Okay, this is DI motor driver circuit built with LM293 IC. So you can see in this PCB, I have made a temporary this thing for just for showing it to you. Description is, in this video, you will learn how to make motor driver circuit using LM293 IC. IC is called as H-bridge IC. And you will, where it is used by in a robotic car, robotic arms, and automation subject. Okay. It is also called a H-bridge. Okay. DC motor. This it will give you a hands-on practice. Right. Okay. What are the components required? L293, that motor is required. Then you have, if you want, you can use LM7805 for regulator. Okay. It will work with, you need two motors. Okay. And this is the circuit for it. So main components I have told you, very simple circuit. You can all make it. We'll go to the lab and we will make it. This is the process, like what you have to do stepwise. You have to connect the motor first, your IC first, you have to put the IC first, then the motor connection, and step by step you have to check it, okay, by whether the motor are rotating on both the direction or not. Okay, for testing purpose, you have to see that the motor are running on both the direction. There is no overheating. If it is there, then you have to use a heat sink. Friends and students, welcome back to again to my lab. Okay. So here I will show you about, I will just, you can see, I have arranged the circuit, and what are the circuit I will just tell you. First of all, I will tell you on the breadboard, I have made that circuit. Okay. Just for your practical purpose, I will show it to you. Actually circuit, you can make it on this board. Okay. That is 4x4 with the IC and with the regulator. Okay. Here also I have used one regulator and the IC, but this is a temporary fixing. So you can see a lot of jumpers over here. I have put two connectors here, like for motors. One is for motor number 1 and one is for motor number 2. So I will just give you the idea what are the pins and all. Okay. So first of all, ground pins. So this is the IC. What type of IC it is? It is 16-pin dip IC. 16-pin dip IC. Okay. Which has 16 pin, and the package is dip package, we call it as. In dip, that is one side 8 pins and another side 8 pin. I have fixed it on it, and you can see the jumpers. And these are the two connectors. Or connectors means for one motor and another for one motor. This is 7805. That is the VCC supply is this thing. Okay. First of all, we will discuss what are the pins connection. So I will just tell you first the ground pins. What are the ground pins? There are 4 grounds in this. Okay. Pin number 3, 6, 11, and 14. You have to directly ground it. Okay. Right. That is minus. Then we come to the main supply. Okay. The main supply, it works on 5 volt. Please remember, that's why I have given this regulated IC on this. Okay. So input you can from here I have taken, that is, I have used 2 batteries here. Is approximately 5 volts. Okay. Where you have to give it to pin number 18. Okay. Then there is one more supply, that is we call it as pin number 8. That is VS motor supply, we call it as. It can be from 3.3 volt to 36 volt depending upon the capacity of the motor. Okay. Whatever the motor you are using, what voltage of motor it is there, then according to that you have to decide what will be the voltage on pin number 18. Okay. Now please remember about this IC. It is used for what purpose? To drive 2 motors. Please remember, there are 2 separate motors. One is motor number 1, one is motor number 1, and another one is motor number 2. Okay. 2 motors I can drive together. And why it is called H-bridge? Why? Because I can rotate the speed of the motor. Okay. That means I can, if it is clockwise, I can return it to anti-clockwise. Likewise, this motor, I can control the speed also. That's why we call it as a H-bridge. Okay. Please remember that. Okay. Not exceed for this particular chip, that is this IC, you should not exceed more than 1 amp of current. Okay. If you are increasing 1 amp of current, both the IC, this IC and the regulator IC, both of them get it heated up. So for that purpose, what you will do, you will use heat sink for this, both of them, here and here. Suppose if you are drawing more than that current, that is more than 1 ampere current, then you get another IC, that is your SOIC, we call it as a single line chip. It is in one line. Please remember, single line chip. we will get one IC or TSSOP package, right? That IC, you can use it, which comes with the heat sink also, right? So this part you have to remember, right? Now I will tell you about the supply. I have used two batteries here. I have given the supply to this particular point. It will go to the input of this regulator. Output I have given to the connected to the IC. Now, very important point. Pin number 9 and pin number 1 of the IC, pin number 9 and pin number 1. If you are giving positive supply or negative supply, if you are grounding it or you are giving positive supply, depending upon the rotations, okay, you can give both. So what I did is, that is, we call it as an EN connection. Please remember, it is called as an EN connection. So what I did is, I have given positive supply to pin number 9 as well as to pin number 1. Okay, pin number 9 and pin number 1. Now you please see, I will give you a demonstration. There are 4 points, that is the input point. Okay, what are those input points? You can see it here. Pin number 2 is the input. Pin number 7 is also input. Pin number 10 is also input, and pin number 15 is also input. So there are 4 inputs. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 wires. So I have connected 2 wires now. I will just show you. So I'm just giving you an idea. I'm touching pin number, say pin number 2. Okay, what happens? Just see. Okay, so I'm just touching pin number 2. What is happening? This motor is going and it is rotating in clock direction. Okay, right. Okay, right. Suppose I want this motor to rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So what I will do, I will just change this position to pin number, you have pin number 7. So what is happening? You can see it is going anti-clockwise. Okay, when I'm touching the finger, I'm just giving a pulse here. Please remember, I can ground it, I can 0 and 1 pulse. I'm just giving, I'm just for demo purpose, I'm showing it to you. Okay, so anti-clockwise and clockwise I have seen. Now, same time, I will just connect I've connected to the other pin, that is this motor, right? Motor number 2, right? Now, what happens? This is going right clockwise. I'm touching it. You can see here, right? This motor clockwise. Okay. Now, if you want this motor to go anti-clockwise, I will shift the pin to the green wire. That is pin number. It is pin number 10. Okay, pin number 10. So I'm just pulling it on. You can see it is going anti-clockwise. Suppose both the motor you want to run. I said no, both the motors, because it's a 2-motor driver. Simultaneously, you can run 2 motors. So I will touch this also, and I will touch this also. So you can see working, and this motor is also working. Okay. See, both the motors are working. So both the motors, I have touched it. I'm just showing it because we have to give high and low. So you have to understand that. Okay. So you can make, why I'm telling you all these things, of your robotic project or home automation project where this particular circuit is used. You buy it from the market, please remember. But you, believe me, you can just do it only with the 2 components, that is regulator and the IC. Only few jumper wires, you can finish it with this small PCB. You can see here, you can do it on the small PCB. It will be costing you very, very less. And moreover, you will learn. What you will learn? You will learn soldering, you will learn testing, you will learn how the voltage is to be measured, how the motors are running, and what happens logically when it is high and low given to the input of the motor. So that's why I want you, instead of using the ready-made PCB, why didn't you try on making it on the breadboard for testing, and later on you can make it on the PCB as soldering, so that you will also have a good practice of soldering. I hope you understood my point, and please remember, any suggestions are welcome. You please forward it to your friends, and please subscribe to my channel. I will put good videos for you where you can do a skill, like a lot of skill practice you will do, and this will be all live. I am showing it to you, right? All the projects will be live. You can see, I'm just showing it to you how it is working. See, driver with a regulator, it will be costing you around 100 rupees, Indian rupees in the market, right? And more than 100 rupees. But believe me, you can make it, this particular IC and all those components, will be costing you less than 50 rupees. So why don't you try it? That is the idea. Thanks for watching.